Are you a mom dreaming of financial independence? You know, the one that can take back control of your time and your money, and you can make different choices. In this video, we're going to dig into how it can be actually very empowering to go on that journey, because that's the journey that I'm on right now. And I truly want to share how it can empower you and grow you in so many ways. Hey, welcome to Making an Impact. I'm excited to have you on this video today because you know what? So many people are struggling with finances right now, and it's causing a lot of stress for a lot of families. And I really wanted to talk to you today about the impact that we can make when we actually have more income, and how to go about doing that. Because you know what, when I first, I did the thing, I went to college, I got the job, I did that whole thing. And it doesn't give you what it's promised. I only ever made just enough money to live. I never got to really expand on my life. I lived in a very small kind of life, right? And then as I got closer to wanting to have babies and do all that thing, I thought, no, you know what? I need to do more. I need to be home. I want to be home with my kids. I want to be more present. I'm a more present mom, but I also want to help with finances. And so it's like, how can I work from home? I didn't know anything about having an online business or anything like that. And I started way back then, like my kids are big now, but when I started way back when before my kids were even born, actually, I started my very first network marketing business because I had heard this person was telling me all this amazing stuff and that I could make this money and do this stuff. And I wanted to try it out. So I jumped in. And the thing that I loved about network marketing is that it taught me all about personal growth, taught me all about, how to kind of expand my horizon. It showed me things that I never ever would have seen without that kind of a business, I'm pretty sure. But what I learned is that once I had babies, network marketing is the traditional way of doing network marketing is very time consuming, right? You're either doing parties, you're either going to trade shows, farmers markets, you're on the phone all the time. And that's what I did when my kids were small. And I had so much mom guilt, like no joke. When I was working, I felt guilty that I wasn't with my kids. And when I was with my kids, I felt guilty that I wasn't trying to make money on my business. I wasn't working on my business. And that guilt, that mom guilt, plagued me for a long, long time. Because I couldn't seem to figure out how to be content in both places, right? And so, kind of fast forward, as the world started to change here a few years ago and everything went more online, I had started to dig into what is online marketing? How can I market online? How can I get in front of people online? Now it's such a common thing, nobody even thinks about it, but I had to learn all these skills. Like, what is a funnel? What is emails? What is email marketing? What is social media marketing? What is all this stuff? And so as I kind of progressed through it, I realized that the digital space is an amazing, amazing space to build a business, because now you can have time freedom. You can work from home. You can be location independent, meaning you don't have to actually go to a place. You don't have to go to a trade show or something like that. You can build it from anywhere. And so anyway, why do I think that this is an empowering journey on this journey to financial independence? Because there are some things that I had to learn, am learning still. I am still on this journey. As you can tell, this channel is very new. I've got a podcast that's very new. And my passion is to help mamas make money online so that they can make an impact. Because I believe that we all have been called and created for some kind of impact, some kind of transformation that we can offer to other people by the skills that we have through the life that we've lived. But here's what I know. When we have money, when we have financial independence, meaning that we have more money than we have bills. So that means there's an excess, there's a surplus of money that's just sitting there. There's some things that can happen that to me are super, super empowering. We get to control our time. We get to decide who we work with, when we work, how often we work. We get to decide all of those things, right? When we are financially independent or financially free, another way to say it. We get to try new things. We get to, take bigger risks. We get to play harder, right? We get to dream bigger. Have you ever been in that place where when you were a kid, did you have those dreams, those things that you just thought, I want this to happen so bad. I need this to happen. Have you been there? I gotta tell you, when I was a little kid, I used to make a microphone out of big bunches of tinfoil, and I would stand on our top of our stairs going down into the basement, and I would pretend that I was singing for this huge crowd of people. And so I thought, someday I was going to be a famous singer. Now that's not my dream anymore. And someone stifled that dream in me. I had a teacher tell me that I shouldn't sing. And so I never sang until I started going to the church that I'm going to now. And I just shared this on my podcast. So if you happen to watch my podcast, you're going to hear the same story. I just don't know how to do the two together yet. So anyway, whatever. So I didn't sing for many, many, many years. And then I start going to this church, and some friends from this church were like, Mel, come sing with us, come sing with us. I'm like, no, that's not for me. Come on, Mel, come on. So anyway, now I sing at church all the time, and I'm also just joined our local choir. And so I'm thinking, that's so cool. Like, it's cool how so many years later, things are going in that direction. I'll never be a famous singer, I know that, but I am speaking in front of people, right? I speak in front of people often. And so it's just amazing to see that when we dream big when we're young, if we go in any kind of direction towards it, we can actually see it happen. But the problem is that many of us, we have these big dreams, and then we get to be adults and we find that our income is only this big. Our income circle is this big, our dream is this big. So instead of growing our income to make sure that we can achieve those dreams, we shrink our dreams down to fit inside of our income circle. So if we don't, instead of going on a big trip, we will stay 1 or 2 nights in a cheap hotel, right? Instead of traveling the world, we, camp in our backyard. You know what I mean? And this is what I want to really, truly empower women to step out of. Because I know we get super busy raising kids and doing all the thing, going here, juggling sports and, whatever, homework and all of that stuff, or homeschooling, whatever you do. And we think that one day we're going to get there. One day we're going to, I can't think about it right now. And, when my kids were small, I devoted everything I had to them, everything that I had. And that is, if that's where you are in your life right now, then that's okay. That's totally cool. But when my youngest one went away to kindergarten, I was devastated. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. My whole identity was tied up in my kids. And then I started to go, what is wrong with my life? What do I do, right? So to me, I love the idea of digital marketing because you can now have both. You can work a short amount of time. You can really, focus in a short amount of time in a day. And then the rest of the hours, you can actually be with your family. You can be doing the thing, playing the sports, making the impact in your community, your church, your family, wherever. And that's what I think is super, super important. And so when we start to move towards financial independence, there's lots of things that we have to think about. And that's really, truly what I want to do on this YouTube channel and on my podcast is help you to equip you, to encourage you, to motivate you to get up and do the thing, because it can be scary. I get it. But I believe that it's going to be so worth it, because with the program that I am with, it's a live mentoring digital program. It's not a course. It is a full-on mentorship where we have over 40,000 people in our community. We get live mentorship. We get trainings on every possible aspect of business, every possible aspect. We get trained how to master a 2-hour workday, meaning that we do all of our income producing activities in 2 hours. The rest of the day is ours to do as we wish. And then we, and then we also get 100% profit. So I don't know about you, but that's super exciting to me. I've been in network marketing companies where we get 25%. So we do all the work to get 25%. And I get it, there's overhead, right? But within the digital space, you can have all the profit because there's no overhead. At least not with the program that I'm with. There's no overhead. You don't have to pay monthly. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So it is, to me, it's easier now than ever to start a business. And I believe that the time is now, because here's the thing. we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And I've always lived my life in such a way that I don't ever want to look back and go, oh, I wish I would have. I wish I would have done that when I could have done it. Because I have done that sometimes, where I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have done that. But for the overall theme of my life, I want it to, when I come crashing into that last breath that I'm going to take, I want to know that I did everything that I could to make an impact, to have a rewarding life, to use what God has gave me, because I believe that God gave each of us gifts, gave each of us talents, and it's our job to use them to the best of our ability, to glorify Him, as well as to do what we've been created to do. Like an eagle is designed to fly, a snake is designed to slither, right? Like we too have been designed for something, and that burning desire that's inside of us, that's what we've been designed to do. It's what we've been created to do. And so I just pray, friend, that this video touches you, and that you really truly think about what's going to come next. And if you want to know about the program that I am using, you can just head on over to dailypaidblessings.com and put your email in. You'll get a couple videos, give you all the details, all the things, and then if you still have questions after that, you and I can definitely talk. But even there's a whole bunch of webinar replays on this channel as well. So take care, my friend. God bless, and I will talk to you